Good morning. Hey, mama. Good morning. Get the music bumping. Good morning, good morning. We had 3-4 people. Awesome. So I'm just getting the music started. Trying to connect the Bluetooth. How you guys doing this morning? What's up, Nick? Nicky G. Good morning, good morning. How many of you guys are working out with us and not just checking in? Nick, are you working out? What's up, Mags? Good morning, Mags. Are you joining us this morning? Or are you working?
Started off right, I can see it in your eyes, I can tell that you.
Alright, I'm getting the second interval timer started. We're gonna start at 8:03 like always. How you guys doing this morning? You joining, Mags? Awesome. You already know the flow then, you know the routine. You've been doing this for a while. Alright, so we're gonna start off with a dynamic warm-up like always. I'm excited to work out with you guys this morning. I've been researching some really cool or great drills on mobility, and we're going to cover that in a second. I'm pulling up our timer. I couldn't make up my mind if I want to do 3 circuits or 2. Okay, so what we're doing this morning, good morning by the way, I hope all you guys are feeling good. What's up, Josh? I basically just want to speak to you real quick about 3 things. And so basically the foundation of exercise is the things that really we don't even think about. And so I learned along my journey that there's a right way to breathe and a wrong way to breathe. And acknowledging breathing, it really does help. And it really does, it gives you the opportunity to relax, let go of the stress, and it allows your body to relax. And so to be able to lengthen, to be able to stretch and get your body where you want it, even to build it if you want to have muscles, breathing. So we want to breathe into our diaphragm. So diaphragmic breathing is going to bypass our chest into our lungs through our nose. So big inhale in our nose, out our mouth, or our mouth with texture. And then whenever you're doing your stretches, obviously you have to use some muscles to hold yourself up, especially with the ones that we'll be doing. So you're going to have to use those muscles, but relax. It shouldn't be a stressful thing, so you want to practice breathing. And then you'll notice there's a pattern once you start breathing right. Then when you're doing more serious exercise or intense exercise, you can actually keep your heart rate down by focusing on breathing. And you can do more, or you could just be at a more comfortable pace. So that's my tip for the day. I do have 3, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna breathe, we're gonna lengthen, and we're gonna strengthen in that order. So this morning, I'm gonna ask everybody to go ahead and take your place on your mat. We're going to go into child's pose. We're going to take 45 seconds of breathing. So big inhale in the nose and a big exhale, all the oxygen out of your breath, out of the mouth. And try to have texture in your breath. And what we're looking to do is expand our lower back and relax and let gravity take us to the ground so we can just relax and go into our workout really being nice and calm. Let's go ahead and get started.
Chicken, hard candy, whole lot of desire on my dollar land. You say you some space, I'ma kick that break. Leave love and I'm gon' Chico stick take it. But it's because I'm nasty. You want a sugar baby? I'm not eating on sugar daddy. I love candy, and not that way.
So I'm most comfortable being with my knees a little bit wider than my hips. So I'm gonna sit up back and I'm keeping my toes on the top of my toes. I'm gonna sit my hips back. And I'm gonna try to bring my ribs to my thighs first almost, so I can kind of get comfortable. Yeah. Go ahead and take a few big inhales in the nose and out the mouth. So you're gonna do about 5 of them. We have about 7 people. So for anybody who's just joining, we're just gonna be focusing on our breathing techniques this morning. And to get started, if you're uncomfortable in the child's pose in this position, you can go ahead and lean all the way down. So go ahead and just straighten out. Make a diamond with your hands and place it on your forehead and do it that way. On our exhale, we should breathe all the air out. We should feel our lower back expand. We'll go about 10 more seconds. And go ahead and relax. So you can actually stay on the ground, you stay on your knees. Still focusing on our breathing and relaxing while we're drinking our coffee or whatever you guys are doing. I'm gonna ask you guys to come to a half kneeling position. If you don't have a yoga mat, get you an extra towel or a pillow and go ahead and grab it real quick. Because you're gonna need it, we'll put it underneath your knee so you don't, I'm not sure what kind of ground you're on. But I'm gonna go ahead and protect my knee, whichever one's on the ground working. And I'm gonna be in alignment in the hip stretch. What I'm looking for the most is gonna be alignment. Both feet are facing north and south. My hips are square, so my hips aren't opening up. I'm gonna square my hips, tuck under, pull my ribs in. I'm trying to get my rib cage and my pelvis hold to match. Sucking in. Keep my thoracic spine extended, chest up. Inhale, exhale, and tuck. So you're tucking that right glute under and adding a stretch. Then you're gonna travel your knee over your ankle. Try to hold that. Big inhale, exhale. And now reach.
3, 2, 1.
Keep tucking.
Laying down.
From there, I'm gonna go ahead and come out of it, relax. Right hand or left hand down. I'm mirrored with y'all, so every time I say a hand or left or right, it's the opposite. I'm gonna stick with mine. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my hand down. I'm gonna straighten out my back leg. Go ahead and externally rotate your bottom hand. So get your thumb facing out, and we're gonna reach up. Go ahead and look at your hand. Keep this back leg straight.
2.
Push through that back heel. And see if you can really get a good hip stretch. Go ahead and rotate one time and come right back up. I'm gonna try to keep my back leg straight and then get my elbow to the ground. So we're gonna finish out with the world's greatest stretch. Go ahead and bring the hand on the outside, pull the leg back. Let's go ahead and switch. So I'm gonna stand up tall, reverse lunge, go to that kneeling position. We're gonna go ahead and switch. Switch sides. If this is something that you're not new to it, you already got it going, you can go ahead and grab your back leg. Pull that back. As long as we can stay in extension, you're not fighting it. Stay in extension. Let's do it up.
3, 2, 1. World's greatest stretch.
Make sure we're breathing. And go ahead, bring that back foot down. Drop your hand down, straighten the leg out. We're gonna rotate up. Rotate under. Rotate up. You're gonna go ahead and try to touch that elbow on the inside. Just see if you get it to the ground by keeping your back leg and hip up.
3, 2.
Hand on the outside, bring the toe back. And we're going to stand up. World's greatest stretch. Good job, guys.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so I have a 30-minute timer, 25-minute timer set. I'm gonna give us a break halfway there. And all I'm asking you guys to do is just kind of just stay focused on your form, but we're gonna kind of like roll through it. So I'm gonna do a little bit longer intervals. I might change up the actual duration depending on how everyone's gonna respond, including myself. So it depends on the difficulty of the exercise. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go into a standing position away from my mat, or you can just roll it up and put it to the side. Okay, so a standing hip stretch is the same thing as a kneeling hip stretch. We're just gonna go ahead and reach back with our feet north and south. Boom, so don't want to turn out Brian or Mom. Definitely Mags. All right, we're going feet north and south. I'm gonna tuck under, so squeeze, tuck under. Shift your knee in front, over on top of your heel. So I'm gonna tuck under, boom, and I'm gonna shift while I hold this stretch. Straighten that back leg out, reach up. Over. Inhale, exhale, and go longer. One more time. We'll come out of it nice and gentle. Go ahead and switch sides. I've been doing this stretch religiously, I guess, for about a year and a half. And I've seen so much increase in range of motion and just my whole body, because your hips have a lot to do with a lot of things, but my hip flexors, I can almost do a split. My thoracic spine is getting a lot of rotation now. My neck feels better. I can work overhead now. My shoulders don't hurt. It's possible. And go ahead and come out of it. Cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and kind of get started. So we kind of opened up our hips. Now we're gonna start kind of activating. So we're gonna go ahead and stand on our right leg. What I'm looking to do is go over the hurdle, okay? So I'm gonna open this knee up, over that hurdle, tap, bring it back. Let's see how my twin brother's joining us today. Let's see how he does with this. Nick, video yourself at some point. We're gonna get some sweat going in a minute. When I'm doing this, I want my weight shifted in the meat of my foot. Go ahead, relax, switch feet. Because it's almost like stomping something out on the ground, but you're stuck to it, so you gotta stomp. You wanna make sure that you're balancing with your knee and your hip, not with your foot and your arms. So my knee and my hip's doing the balancing, so I can control it. Okay, let's go. Three, two, one, and relax. Okay, so we're just gonna do leg swings, and that's gonna be it. So we're just making sure our hips are nice and open. We call them T-swings. I like them. Swinging legs early in the morning, Saturday morning. Now we swing them back. So we're gonna step, swing back. If you got something, a wall or something you can hang on to, that works too. You swing back, and then we swing them side to side. Swing it back. Try to keep your foot facing north and south instead of turning it open. We'll do that one now. Ideally, whenever you guys are training with people or in a class setting, you know, if they're not going to go through these types of things first, exercise prep, then you just do that early and you do it yourself. And foam rolling something we'll go over another day, so I've already done mine before we started. Grab your mat. So go ahead, grab your mat, pull it back into place if you did, move it. You can go ahead and drop to your knees. We're gonna start out in the beast position today. And we're gonna work for a minute and a half. So we're gonna try to hold it for a minute and a half. I'm gonna call out variations. If you can work through them, work through them. I'll modify them as well. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hands underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. Bottom of your toes, and we're coming up 1 inch. We're up. So 90 seconds. So if you're just learning how to do the B's, we don't want our lumbar or back arch too much. You know, pull your navel in. Get your core kind of activated with it. We're gonna go ahead and touch our right hand to our left shoulder. Switch. Really grab the ground. Open your fingers up. If you got it, you're gonna keep working here. If not, we'll just hold. We're gonna go shoulder, twist, shoulder, down, shoulder, twist, shoulder, down. And hold. So we have 30 seconds left. Just hold it. So for the advanced or anybody that still has it, we're just going to take one of our legs and go ahead and bring the heel straight up. You're not going to bend it or kick it or anything. Straight up. Right back down. Switch. So you just drop. You just go ahead and flex it at the hip or extending at the hip. Try to stay that 1 inch. 15 seconds. For the last 10 seconds, we're going to go arms out. You got it, you do both.
3, 2, 1.
And relax. Go ahead and lie down on your back. So we're opening up the hips, yeah? So now we're going to go ahead and activate the glutes
3,
to support that. In 3, 2, 1, we're going to come up in the bridge. So I'm going to come down nice and slow, drive up. I want to squeeze my butt, so push the outside of your feet, get your knees out, squeeze. Drop down, squeeze. Squeeze your abs at the top, lock it in. And we go work, let's go. At the top, we're going to hold in 3, 2, and hold. We're going to bring our left foot straight up. Try to touch the ceiling. Don't let your hips drop. If you have to support your butt, you can to keep your hips up. Okay, here we go. Down, up. Seven seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Go ahead, rest. 10 seconds. We're gonna go up with the other leg. If you can't do it to modify it, you just go ahead and keep doing the double leg bridge. You can hold it or rep it. Let's go. We have 30 seconds. I like to grip the ground with my palm and grip the ground with my shoulder blades. Squeeze them together so I feel like I'm grabbing the ground with my back almost, really supporting my core and driving. Use my glute and my core complex to lock it out. Three, two, one, time. Good work, guys. We're gonna be sitting up facing, your back foot's gonna be facing me. We're going into 90-90s. So here. So the goal 90-90, we're gonna go ahead and rotate, pivot on your heels. Try to do it without your hands. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Rotate, keep your chest up. So try to stand thoracic extension when you rotate over. Inhale, exhale. If you got it, if it's too easy, work it. When you rotate, don't put your hands down like me. Hands behind your back and extend and twist. Try to hold that. You can get that rotation.
3, 2, 1.
And relax. Go ahead and rotate over to the right, just like we just did. Boom. We're gonna lay it back. Make this be good for you. You can actually lay back on your elbow, sorry. So what we're looking for is this hip extended. So bring this foot close to your butt, kind of help assist in this hip extending, and then we're gonna reach up and let that knee drive back and down so you go into extension. Kind of stretch out that TFL. If you got to, you come over this way. If you want to, you come up, reaching up, driving that knee away from you.
3, 2, 1.
It's one of my favorites. Switch. You can also lay up. You can also lay back
3, 2, 1.
and reach overhead hard. Just make sure we're going overhead, not front to head. Our goal is to stretch the hip, so we're making sure that knee is getting pushed down, extending your hip, reaching, same time. Three, two, one, and relax. We're going straight into the dead bug. I'm gonna ask you guys to count your reps. So this is what we'll do. So we got 1 minute. We're gonna do two of these intervals. So 1 minute, how many dead bugs can you do? Every rep counts. So it's hands and knees, drop opposite hand, opposite knee, touch the elbow, knee, switch. I guess you gotta drop it first. Keep working, 30 seconds. I use my exhale to come up. Get my diaphragm nice and tight. Five seconds. And relax. So remember your number, because we're going to do that again in a minute, well, a few minutes. And I want you to beat it. So ultimate goal is to kind of like get your body and your mind working together. Mine was even disturbed just now how I was going to pull that off. So we're dropping opposite arm, opposite leg, and you're going to alternate after, which is kind of tough. So all you're looking to do is squeeze your lower back into the ground. Nice and firm, so we're gonna use our abs. Our head's in neutral. You can drop your right arm and your left leg. Come up, touch, back to neutral, switch.
3, 2, 1.
And we're gonna start in 10 seconds. 1 more minute. We're gonna get this core fired up right now. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Three, 2,
30 seconds.
rest. 3, 2, 1.
If your lower back is arching, you can start coming up in the bridge. You can also take a break, but keep working if you got it. 10 seconds. And relax. Did you beat your time? Did anyone have confusion within their own body and mind on that one? Go ahead, take a second and give me feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down, you're perfect. You don't know what I'm talking about, or you're sloppy like me. You guys go ahead and get you a shot of water while you go ahead and send a message over if you want to. Let me know how you're doing. We're gonna take a minute 15 break. we're gonna move this next section into functional movement. So we just did a nice little warm up. We really kind of looked at opening our hips today. So I plan on putting you guys through like some kind of like lunge dynamic movements and RDL. So like our hips are gonna need to be mobile, yeah? So we can do it feeling good. And then we went ahead and we shocked our whole body by hitting our core and then doing a little bit of hip mobility drills. If time permitted, I would also recommend us doing a little bit more thoracic spine mobility. And I'll cover that next class. Let's see how you guys are doing. You forgot to count, of course, definitely. Sometimes I just go with music. I'm like, you know, when I catch a rhythm doing the right side 3 times, I just do the left 3 times. I get it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, clear space. You can also work on your yoga mat. Everybody's a little different. I like having space. Nick, how you doing over there? Mom, you coordinatedly challenged too, huh? I get it from you. All right. So this is, I think, one of the most valuable 2 exercises that I do. I won't start the timer yet because I want to coach it. Today we're just gonna we're gonna get sweat going, but I want to make sure that I get this across so I can keep building on it. I'm gonna go into a reverse lunge, okay? So first, I'm gonna keep my center of gravity. I'm not gonna start out like this, okay? Reason being is because then I have to shift and then come back and shift centered. I'm staying centered, so I'm gonna tuck, and I'm going back and down. So this doesn't have to reset at the bottom again, okay? So that's what allows me to have that stability in my hip complex. So I'm gonna go ahead and step back 4. You guys are gonna join me. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, whichever leg you want. Step back, I'm way back. But I'm also tucked right now. So I didn't lose it. Come back up, way back. Reach up, stay tucked. Stay tucked. Keep that lower back flat, tuck under. Your feet are north and south. I'm reaching up, turn the pinky in, and over, and back. I'm gonna drop the knee and fire up, and do it again. Bring the knee up, back. Up. What's giving me that stability, keep working. What's giving me that stability is I'm tucking under, and I'm not just stretching my hip flexor, but I'm engaging it. That way it's working with me to stabilize the pelvis, yeah? Here we go. I'm trying to open those ribs up, but keep my spine, my lumbar straight by tucking. So I am still opening the rib, but I'm not letting it flex. Okay, or I'm not letting the lumbar go to extension. I'm tucking under, keeping it nice and neutral. Here we go. We got 20 seconds. It's a long one. We're doing a minute on each side. If you don't have the control, just sit in it and work on your tuck right now. Tuck under, let go. Tuck under, let go. Reaching. Get it up there. Unwind, open up. And go ahead and relax. We got 10 seconds, we're gonna switch legs. Here we go. It takes you a few reps, 2 or 3 reps, and you get going. My left side's definitely a little tighter than my right, but I'm gonna focus to work on it. Reach, get up. I like to see you guys' knee coming close to the ground. Even though I'm tucking, really should be able to get some depth. Get down there. 30 seconds. If you got that, if it's too easy, Josh, I'm sure you're rocking. It's like you're catching a football. We'll go both hands. Try to straighten them arms out. Them biceps, them lats, they're fighting you. When you go up, keep the ribs down. And fight it. That's kind of where you're gonna get your increase. Three, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, and then the other exercise that I just love is a downward dog. We're going 1 minute. So it is a stretch, but if you're doing it right, you're pushing overhead and almost going back in thoracic extension, getting your tailbone to rise. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Try to get them heels to the ground. If you have tight calves, I'm talking to you. Or hamstrings. If you advance and you feel like you want to go into scorpion, mags, you're probably okay. So you go ahead and lift that leg, let it hang over. But still try to stay pressed over. So I'm still keeping my arms straight. So there's no compensation to do it. I still got to fight to go ahead and get full, my arms extended. 10 seconds. And relax. Try to come up to your hands or standing without going to the ground. I'm probably talking to most of you. Get up nice and strong. All right. So we're gonna go back into the beast like I promised. What I'm looking for is a simple travel without hips moving. You have to shift your weight around. That's okay. But we're gonna try to travel without our hips moving up and down, yeah? So here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. From here, my knees are 1 inch off the ground. Can we travel? So right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. Switch. I put Rihanna on just for y'all. Can you move? Come on, 10 seconds. 1 inch off the ground. 1 inch. And relax. All right, we're going to squat, lateral flex to cross. So I'm going elbows out. In 3, 2, 1. Knee stay in alignment, squat. Coming up, touching. Elbow to knee. Down, touch. Down, cross. Down, cross. Get that butt down. We're just sitting down. Sit down. Sit up. Use that momentum to get it done. Sorry, I was supposed to be to the side. Cross. Side. And relax. Good work, guys. We could do this single leg work. So we've been doing it every class. So still working on a stabilization strength. 15 seconds. So what I'm looking for, standing on my right leg or left leg, whichever one you want to start with. I'm coming back, forward, back, forward. Then we're gonna go next round, right forward, left back. Okay, we're still on that same leg for 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, go. You should be balancing with your knee and your hip and not your foot. 30 seconds. We're going right forward, left back, diagonal. Sit down on that foot. Get down. Try not to touch all your weight. Tap it. And go ahead and switch legs. Front, back, left, opposite leg. Here we go. If that's too easy, you can touch your toe while you're doing the tap on the back. 3, 2. Going diagonals, yeah? So we're going diagonal, front, diagonal back. Sitting down on that right hip right now. To you it's the left, but it's my right. If it's burning, good. Mine's burning. What's up, T? Here we go. Eight seconds. Get out there. 3, 2, 1. Relax. So what we're gonna do now, in 10 seconds, going back to the other leg. You're gonna touch in between. I believe in you. So here we go. I'm touching back, then I'm going to RDL. So I'm gonna touch back. I'm on this leg. So I'm touching back, then I'm going RDL, touch, back to neutral, then I'm going forward. RDL, touch, neutral, knee up. Back, RDL, touch, knee up. Tap, RDL, hip flexion. Keep working, come on. And relax, switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm tapping, going to the toe. Tapping back, going to the toe. So I'm working out of that athletic position, not functional. Trying to go to that knee flexion every time. Tucking under helps stabilize that hip. And I'm focusing on my balance on my hip, not my foot. Squeeze the ground with your feet. And relax. Sorry, I'm checking the time real quick. Make sure I'm not overdoing it. Okay, we're over time right now. We're gonna do 2 more minutes for whoever's still left hanging. Okay, sorry about that. We had 2 minutes on the timer left, and I knew I had elaborated a little bit. But we still got 3 of you guys. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna ask you is this: 2 minutes of your time, and I'm done. I hope you got a little bit of sweat. We covered a pretty good bit in a little bit of time. So what I'm gonna ask you to do is this. So we're gonna drop down in that reverse lunge. I'm gonna actually challenge yourself, okay? So we're gonna go back. Reverse lunge. And see if you're in alignment right now. So we're gonna drop down. Are you in the 90 degrees? Are you upright? Is your back flat? Is your weight centered through your knee right now? Yeah? Do you feel control because you resist somebody? Probably couldn't take them on, they could probably get you, but you could give them some type of resistance. You're not just wobbly. Tuck under. We want to start focusing on getting that core foundation so I can work out of this, and then we'll switch. So this is the challenge. Switch. Drop down, have that control. Tucking under. Are you in 90 right now? Do you feel comfortable? Are you kyphotic? Are you open? Do you feel like you can resist somebody? Could you switch? Yeah, last one. Go. Up. Good. Shake it out. Go ahead and stretch your quads. So that's why I'll offer a 35-minute class. Keep it quick, simple, cover some basics. If you guys want to continue joining me, I recommend foam rolling before you start so you can jump right in like I did. Start applying these stretches right before, because I like to just do 2 of them instead of doing 5. It eats up most of the time. So thank you guys so much for joining. Feel free to message me. Excuse me. Feel free to message me if you guys have any questions. I'm more than willing to help you guys out follow me on my journey being a part of this. So you guys have a great Saturday. It's a beautiful day out already. I hope to see you guys soon.